Hello everyone! So I'm excited for this video. First of all, we reached 23 subscribers. Also, I've done my lab. I don't know how to call it. I moved in. The lab looks like perfect to me at least. I mean, compared to a high school lab or a university lab, it's like 10 times, maybe 15 times smaller. But still, this is pretty big. And with all that stuff, I have so much space. And before the lab tour, I want to do two things. First of all, let's just see how did I make this whole background, which is awesome. Look at this. These are real LEDs, not Photoshop, not everything. And they're wired and they go like pretty nicely, and I'm gonna show you how I did this now, and also we're gonna do unboxing. But now let's first see this upgrade. So moving on, let's do this. Okay, so now for the lab upgrades, I'm gonna cover the wall with this. This is a piece of some fabric which is really big, and I bought it actually in a local store. It wasn't expensive at all actually, and I will hang it up on the wall as this, like that. But first I need some nails, so I will get some nails from this, which is a beaker. I don't know why do I store my nails in a beaker, but I mean, this is my only beaker, so if it breaks, it's not good. And a hammer. So now, I hope I don't break my skull open with this by falling on the ground from the chair. But let's step on the chair again. And put it through one of the holes. Like that. And now just nail it in. Yeah, like that. And the second nail is going to go somewhere here. Then on the bottom, and we will have a really nice white background. I hope this is interesting to watch as I step on a chair and nail down a piece of fabric onto a wooden wall for filming purposes. I'm going to do more of these like vlog videos on my channel in the future, but now I just need to take my chair to here. Like that. Now take a nail once again. Also that nail. Oh no. Okay, now we can get rid of this chair, and now I'm gonna nail down the other places, which are going to be this place. Yeah, and I hope you like this kind of stuff, because I mean, this is actually some pretty cool stretch this out like that. But I will do this off camera now. Okay, so now as you saw, I hanged up that piece of fabric. Now I want to show you this. It's not really fitting on my desk, but this is my old shelf that I built for my background, which is going to go on that wall. And now, as you can see, I have this LED strip light, which I will attach. But first, I will measure out how much do I need of it. So like that, and I need to cut it somewhere around here, because it has a special place to cut it, and also 2 strips on the bottom so that I will solder them. And yes, I do actually, I know some, and I do electronics, so I have a soldering iron. So now all I need to do is just film how do I measure this. Let's strip out. Well, it's around here. This is going to be probably big enough. 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top, because just in case it doesn't light up well. But I think 1 is going to be enough. So now we can start the soldering on this. Okay, now I will peel off the little sticker. Come on. Oh, wrong end. I think. Yeah, this end. So that I will glue it on. Come on, why is it so hard to remove a sticker from this lit strip? Come on. You're just watching probably like a minute already. Oh yeah, finally. Now just glue it on. Come on. Yes. And now I will take a hot glue gun and glue this side because it's fragile and I don't want this falling off. There we go. And some glue here. Ow, just burned myself. Turn off the hot glue gun and press it on the side. And now we'll do it and let this cool off camera. Okay, now put the rest of the strip on this other side to light up both ends. And I've learned my lesson, which is just don't use LED strip lights because they're hard to peel. Finally. Oh no, it's stuck on some kind of wire. Wait, the extension cord, sorry. Which side? This. Right here. Like that. Okay, now the next shot, I'll be soldering these LED strips together with some wires. Okay, so now we're gonna see some soldering in action. Yeah, I've got my soldering iron, which I need to turn on, and yes, it's battery powered because actually my mom bought this soldering iron for me and she didn't know that it was battery powered, and then we had to buy a really expensive battery which cost like just a lot of money. But okay, now this will heat up. Oh, it's already hot. So yeah,
You take some of your solder. Oh no. Oh, okay. And as you can see, it melts. Whee. Oh no, it's on the wood. No. Ow. Oh no. Sorry. So now that we know that we're not gonna burn anything, let's all solder the wires. At first, I'm gonna just take a little bit of solder on the wire, put it there, like that. And first on the lead strip, I'm gonna take the soldering iron and my light so that I see well. And like that, put on traces of solder. Oh no. I'm gonna shake that off. Come put a little bit of here. Like that. Yeah. Now we can solder the wires. I know this will take long, so if you're not only into chemistry, you'll want to see a cool build, just skip like a few minutes past this. So R is going to be blue for me. Oh no. Okay. It's gonna stick the tape, but I will glue it with hot glue again like that end. Now this wire should be... Oh no, unsolder that. Oh no. Oh no. Why do I keep on soldering things? I'm going to take off my safety glasses now. Come on. No. You know what? I'm gonna solder it off camera now. Okay, so now I thought I will solder it on camera, so I'm gonna do some adjustments. And yeah, now you can probably see that there, or if I zoom in, I've got the wires that I will solder. Oh no, the wire's really tangly. Okay, but now I can solder these wires. Like that. I'm gonna put... What did happen? Oh no. You know what? I'm just solder this off camera because I'm really bad at soldering when I film for some reason. Okay, now I'm vlogging, but this will go here. I actually tested it, and this shelf works. I mean, the lights are on there. As you can see, it's soldered. Everything is fine. It works. Now let's elongate the wire because it needs to go all over the wall to that extension cord right there. So let's do that. Okay, now I have this, which my LED strip connects to USB, but the wire is not long enough. I could take an adapter, or I found this old water adapter with a cut-off end, which has exactly 5 volts, or what we need. So what I will do is snip off the end and put on a longer end, like that, this, that, Now I'm gonna put those tips up, and now I can grab something really useful. Well, the first time I was soldering, I forgot about this, which is, oh no, it's so rusty now. A soldering stand that I used in my sodium metal video, which I made a while back, but I'm posting it like, yeah, I don't know, but I made it a while back, a really while back. I'm actually surprised that I didn't post it a lot earlier, like a few weeks. But now we can just cover those tips with some solder. Like that. And dropping it on the wood. And okay, you might see, but it's probably not gonna be long enough, right? Well, it's true, it's not long enough, but I have a piece of wire which I will use to elongate it even more, which is this one. Vents are already stripped. I'm gonna take them, put them in this one, and yeah, this video, if you want, you can skip this because this is basically a soldering tutorial. I'm pretty bad at it, so take this as a kid using a soldering iron in a cool YouTube video. Yeah, this is the part of the video which gets long and feels like another green video because he made almost an hour-long video that he literally made sodium for Kastner cells. So I expect this to be long like that. Okay, so now I can solder more together. That here. Yeah, and just this end now. Come on. That here. Okay, so now you saw me solder these wires. I'm gonna solder all of these off camera because my camera keeps falling. No, I told you in rage because I wouldn't film this because my camera failed, but I will probably cut that out because it's embarrassing, okay? Actually, I cut it out a few times in some of my videos because the wire of the soldering iron just keeps falling. I mean, the soldering iron's wire just makes it fall. Like that. Oh no. Like that. And now I will let this cool and we will test if this works. Okay, I will insulate the wires now, so bend it back like that. And insulate them with some electrical tape, which is not the best. And I just soldered them, as you can see, in this easy way, because I don't know, but the right way, which is a lot stronger and a lot better, it's really annoying me. And yes, this is the bad way because now it gets in the way, but I have to do it like this and wrap some tape around it. You won't see my really, really bad soldering skills, which I barely have any soldering skills. I've been doing electronics from like, I don't know, like literally 3 to 4 years of electronics. And I still, oh no, it moved, my table moved. Because the camera's going to fall off now, but okay. Now we will test all of this wiring to see if it blows up or, I don't know, anything could happen here. Okay, so now we're going to test this shelf. I could have just put LEDs, but I wanted to take it one step further, so these are not, I call them LED LEDs, but they're actually LEDs. So now let's use the remote to turn it on. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. I'll probably attach it like this and turn off the lights, it'll look cooler. But now we'll just attach it to the wall, which I will do when I will turn it off. Now I'm probably not gonna cut out these parts where I have to come over, but now I have my drill, which is really helpful. Also kind of scary because the last time I used my drill, I drilled through my freaking hand. Can you see that? that right there. That I was drinking into some magnesium and accidentally drilled through my hand. And I'm not like saying, oh, I nicked it a little bit like this. I already drilled a freaking hole in my freaking fingers. Oh wait, I'm gonna take a leveler tool. No, what is it called again? I forgot. And where is it again? I don't know. You know what? I couldn't find it, so I found this little cube, and it will suffice or work. Or you can say extra multiple words for this, but it'll work. It will do the job. We will put it on like that, and we will drill. Oh no! It in. Okay, I'll take the second screw, put it on top, and it's in the middle. Yeah, it's level. And now I will need to connect the wire right here, which I will do in the next cut. As you can see, I'm a pretty handy child. Yeah, this is, I mean, I can put another screw in it if I want to. And I will put it in. Yeah, now it's a lot more stable. Yeah, now let's work on the wiring on the wall. So now I have a hammer. I'm gonna set it. My camera stand is pretty good, although it's Chinese because most of my equipment is Chinese. I mean, the glassware is Lithuanian or European, which is really high quality glassware actually, and really cheap. But I mean, my stand it's not high enough, so I have to put it on some boxes and a rug to move it around. But now I have some of these. Where are these? Cable clips, I think, in a beaker, so I will put them on the wall, and they're gonna secure my wire like this. If I can connect like that and take a few of these, I'm gonna take one just now and put one like that. And no, my cable clip. Oh no, this is going to be kind of hard. And you can nail them in, and it will hold the wire really well like that. And now I will do another one here like that. And now we'll do another one here. Okay, so I'm really sorry because my dad walked in and wanted to say hi, so we'll cut out that part. But let's continue. I have put them all not in the beaker, but on the beaker, which is kind of weird to see, to put something on the beaker and not in. But I should nail it in like this to beat, so that it will be pretty nice. And this looks pretty good. Now continue hammering these to go here, and I will show you what job have I done after I will be mostly done on here, and then I will do it on the almost touching the floor. So yeah, let's get to work. Okay, so now this is the last place, and I put some some electrical tape on it. So as you can see, it holds it better on the last one because I don't want it to pull down or pull up or anything bad like that. Oh no, and I have hit my fingers a bunch of times actually now. It kinda actually hurts. Okay, finally. So now let's plug it in. And let's test it out. Okay, so I'm back. And let's sit down because I like sitting down. And now all I need to do is to press the button. And well, yeah, that's pretty nice actually. And as you can see, it works. It's pretty nice actually. So yeah, I mean, now I just need to put all this stuff on the shelves like this, which is a piece of sodium that I made in my previous video. If the camera can focus, a piece of sodium. So yeah, now let's get to the... Okay, so now we're gonna do some glassware and general equipment unboxing. First of all, I've got this package from China, and I'm not kidding, but I bought a lab equipment from Temu. I'm not kidding, but not sponsored. Also, my address is blacked out, so you won't see where do I live. So now let's cut it open. Okay, first of all, I can see some lawn lights. These are solar powered, but they are for my mom, so they go under the table. Okay, what else? Oh, I can see some things that are for me. First of all, I ordered a lamp stand because they are really expensive. I have one homemade, but it's broken. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, high quality. Let's put this on my hand. This is a vacuum pump. Oh no. As you can see, it is a little vacuum pump with a gauge. I will use it for vacuum filtrations, and also bought a vacuum filter. It can release air. There are some hoses, some adapters like this. You can put it on the hoses, different sizes. Yeah, I don't know, but okay, we've got a vacuum pump. That's neat. And I'm throwing the garbage on the ground, but I mean, I will pick it up. Now here's a lamp stand, which costs only 31 euros, because it costs almost like 40, maybe 50 from Europe. And here's a really cheap one. But where is
there should be a piece of metal that goes from here to here. Where is it? Did they put it in the box with the lamps? No. Where did it go? What? It's not in the boxes or anything. Okay, so I found out why there's this lamp stand, which is just a metal plate painted black and with some legs. It's not a lamp stand, but just a plate with a hole. Because this is my old lamp stand that I made a while back and painted it, but it got eaten by sodium hydroxide after making sodium metal, which got deleted. So I'm not gonna show a clip of it because I don't want this video to get deleted because this is really precious. But okay. This lamp stand has this rod, which is a threaded one, which is, I mean, it doesn't look nice, but it works. It should be threaded only on here, but it's on the whole thing. You can buy it at a hardware store because when packages come into Lithuanian borders, they have to check it and they use X-ray machines. But I guess these all of this made of metal blocks it, so they got confused, needed to unpackage everything, and it was packaged so bad I could see the boxes and bags through it, as you saw in the beginning in the red box with the vacuum pump, which I'm not mad about because it means fine, just the gauge shows 4 inches of mercury more than it should be. So yeah, so I can only blame them because they literally just opened my package and was the most needed part of it. Like, why? So now, as you can see, I have this little vise that I will use to remove this rod from here. I'm gonna rest it against this stuff. I'm gonna open. So brought some more tools, a bench vise, which is not meant for this, oh my god, application, but it works, I guess. Just don't damage the table because we have a lap stand. Let's go. Okay, my glasses are getting foggy for some reason because it's really hot in here. Like really hot in here. Like enormous heat. It's like literally today is like the 5th day of summer. So yeah, really really hot. As you can see, another clamp with its height adjuster goes here. Oh, what is he doing down there? If you're asking why am I talking to something that you don't see in the scene, I have a pet and he lives in the lab. I won't tell you what kind of pet it is because I will tell it in the lab tour, which is going to get after this unboxing. He, I think, is eating the box or something. I don't know. That might give you a really good hint. But there we go, a full-on lap stand like this. So let's unpack something really really important because I had that old hot plate that now is kinda bad, so I bought a new one, and this is a double one because it's better because first of all it's stronger, and second of all it's cheap. And as you can see, it's beautiful, and I will use it. Also, really like it because it has these high legs, so I can like put my lap stand under it to hold a flask. Also, it can hold distillation apparatuses and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, a hot plate. Okay, I'll put it down now. So now let's move on to the actual glassware. Okay, so now as you can see my hands here, and I'm not like tiny or anything. This is the glassware boxes, and I'm not like little or anything. I'm pretty tall. Just the table's pretty tall, and look at this. These are like wow, these are like really big. So now I will unbox them. First of all, I will take one off. Bit. Okay, so let's unbox these two boxes. And last time it took a lot of time, so I have a little trick up my sleeve. Oh, okay, so now actually this is just editing magic, or just editing, okay? I just edited it. Okay, this took like more than an hour. But okay, we got like beakers from 2 liters to only 50 milliliters, a bunch of them. Things like a mortar and pestle, flasks, bottles, evaporating dish, a bigger flask, Erlenmeyer flask, 250 milliliter round bottom flask. I'm using 2932 size joints if you want to know. Distillation connectors, more bottles, a Teflon cap for bottles, which is really expensive. This thermometer holder, well, it jumped out there a little bit, got a kink, I guess. Okay, thermometer holders. Then stuff like, little flask, stoppers, this giant separatory funnel. Let's go, a Teflon joint, ball valve. What do you say that? Oh, and, distillation connector, a washing bottle top piece, which doesn't fit any of my flasks. Only the one liter is a little bit too big, so yeah. But I will probably do something with that. Okay, and a vacuum flask. I've been wanting one of these for such a while. A distillation connector. I don't know why I stopped talking just like that. What is that? Just some imperfections in the glass, just some stuff. I bought these stoppers thinking that it would fit here, but I was a fool, and it fits right in here. So I'm gonna buy some bigger stoppers and put this into here, and it will be a gas generator to make some chlorine gas. So it's perfect. Another flask, 215 liters. Also, there should be a big condenser and another one of these 15-liter flasks and 5 more beakers. And I think that's actually all of it. A condenser. Oh, right. Some of these clips, as you can see, I've got them for the joint size. There we go. And it's stuck together. Okay. A fractionating column. I like this. This looks so beautiful inside. Like, can you see those spikes? I use it when I will distill some ethanol because the water will condense and drop down, and the ethanol will rise to here and distill off. To a receiving flask, also this giant 1 liter flask, and also I remember in the next package that I don't know. I think I will unbox it probably in the cut of this instance. I don't know, but okay, I've been wanting these for a while now, and I got it. Be careful, fractionating distillation. Okay, and did I mention? I don't know what I did. Oh, thermometers, glass pipette. I will go now and take the glass pipette. The idea of this glass pipette was and is to use it as a tube, because this is just a little glass tube basically. And if I open this up like this and remove this, I will slide this rubber washer up to here, and I will put it in here like this and like that, and I will put it in a flask such as, let's see if this one right. Oh. And as you can see, it can bubble chlorine in the flask, like I don't know, but when I will do distillations, when making metal trichlorides and chlorides, and just making stuff that needs gas bubble through it, like sulfur chlorides, sulfur dichloride, and chloride, I will use it as just a glass tube. And okay, now I will unbox the next glassware, which will be like a couple of days from now, so I'll meet you then. Okay, so as I was getting, the equipment and all that stuff in its places to just film the lab tour,
because there's a condenser and some beakers and a flask and a mortar and pestle that's coming, and I showed that the whole table, and there was some on the ground full of lab equipment. There was more coming. Also, this game, which is a game from Temu, but this time it's not broken and they didn't forget anything inside. It would cost me 250 euros, probably even 300, but here cost me only 47 because I bought all the glassware from Ignara. Ignara.eu. Just write EGNA and RA. .eu and you will find it. A really good place. The box is a little bit beat up, but it's pretty heavy duty, so let's pick it up. Just one thing that's interesting to me, that this is pretty high quality and this is pretty cheap. Just a thing here, I don't think it needs really that much, but I think it probably needs some grease to hold the liquid. But I mean, it's probably gonna make a pretty tight seal. I mean, it looks kind of really clean. I guess there are some sediments, like from water. Maybe they tested it with water. Actually, I don't know how do they test these things. And I've heard of them that people used it with water and it went right through because there was a hole or something here. Oh no. Where's that? I think I need to look here. No, that's just the connection. No, so yeah, pretty good. I mean, they did include a rod in my lab sandwiches. I don't know. This is the most important part and they didn't include it. Like what? But for this I give 10 out of 10. For the other things, for like the vacuum pump, I give an 8, and for the stand like 5 because it's a bad grade in school. First of all, I mean, it is lab stand of accessories, but first of all, imagine you're just starting off with chemistry and you just, just chemistry like you're a little, how people call it, a weasel because you're a man but doesn't know any like how to work things and just buys a lab stand and oh no, and then throws it out because he cannot use it. And I just already had the rod, so exchanged it. Okay, so this is the boxing of John Lab's vacuum filtration setup of 1 liter. It's pretty good. So now let's get to the lab tour. And I can't wait to use this. This is so large. I can literally filter solutions up to a liter. It's just, oh my god, the scale just hurts my head of how much liquid can you filter in seconds, maybe minutes with this. So let's see my lab. Now it's the time for the lab tour. So let's start with the background. And on this, and just we're gonna start on this wall, okay? First, I've got my window, which has a remote, it's meant for keys. I got it at a farm. I forgot, how are they called in English? They're basically kind of like llamas. Kind of like a llama. I don't know. Alpaca or something. I think it's called alpaca. I don't remember. But okay, a plushie. A bottle of this was supposed to be iron oxide, but I don't think it's iron oxide. So yeah, remote for this. Can turn it off, turn it on, change the brightness, can change the lighting settings, and I mean that's all. Let's move on to the next wall. So I mean, this is not the wall, but it's the corner. I'm gonna take it as a wall, okay?
So as you can see, I actually got this glass door that is double. Also, sorry for the camera, but I don't have a cameraman apparently. I've got some stuff here, which is like this box, which contains my most precious thing. I would literally, break a hand for him, or she, or if it is. Well, actually, it's a bunny. Yeah, in the boxing, at some point he started rumbling, and I think I said stop. I don't think I'm gonna include that in the video, but this is my pet. I'm gonna take him out in a quick moment. This is my face shield. I have used this in only two videos, making manganese heptoxide and making sodium metal, but they both got deleted, so no videos. But in the future, I don't know what I will use it for because all the experiments get deleted with it. Okay, now my lab coat. I haven't used this much, but come on, you gotta take it. I still have a real lab coat. It's a trend. The trend got started by Nile-Red a few years ago, and I bought this like 2 years ago, I think, and never did use it. Only used it for making sodium metal because, well, sodium metal is really dangerous. I actually got a chemical burn on my leg from that, so yeah. Also, my safety glasses that I use for chemistry, these are a lot better than those little glasses that use a rubber band because they literally, like, my head starts hurting from them. Then earplugs. I mean, I make explosives. That's not a joke. I have made explosives. But I don't want to get demonetized, then deleted, and my channel getting permanently deleted. Because my channel is pretty precious to me, so no explosions. Even not gonna use an alcohol burner for anything now. Okay, so what we got is some honey sugar, which is solidified into a brick, corn flour, a pot, a little plate, some of these which are meant for dogs and cats and work on my bunny, then a bucket with a scarf on it which contains wood ash, which I'm gonna use, and just a little cupboard with some steel wire. I don't know why there's steel wire here, but come on. And this table, of course, as you can see, I used in my videos when I need to film, I would do something near the background, which is there. I literally can see it behind the camera. So now let's see my little buddy. These are two pieces of glass because sometimes he escapes through the holes. And a bucket with some more ash. Come on, you gotta take it. I'm gonna extract, and actually we have burned some more wood, so I will really collect this ash and make as much potash. I mean, I will make some in a video for a project. Yes, I spoiled a project, but it's not. I'm gonna use potash from ash, but I'm not gonna just make it from ash. I'm gonna use it to make something else in a video, so stay tuned. And here's my little buddy. I'm gonna open this a little bit more, and there's a bit of grass on him. Can you see how cute he is? He's my cutie. Oh, he just did a drop. Come on, man. You cannot say that he's cute. He keeps pooping though, so I don't know, he poops a lot. And he's really cute. Look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna put him down and close him so that he doesn't run off because I don't want to have a video. Okay, today we're gonna do lab tour. Let's unboxing other things. Also gonna teach you how to catch a rabbit that has escaped into your lab, right? Okay, and also I have a curtain on my double glass door, which is not a curtain, but it's handmade by my family. A lot of signs, a lot of little pendants and whatnot. So I'm vlogging this behind my lab near the fence, so you might hear some children screaming.
I don't know why they scream, but okay. This is a barrel. I use it to store water. Just there is no water. It has a valve that's glued in with silicone and screwed in a while. That's I think it's hydrochloric acid. I didn't just throw it. It was on the bricks. I mean, it's a rainwater collector. This is a radiator from a fridge that I take out the tubing from, and I'm using it as a leaf catcher. And here's the bucket that will show what I'm doing with my rabbit's droppings or rabbit's poo. I'm putting them into compost. That means that's so gross. Putting his droppings with water and grass in a bucket and letting it sit. So now let's do the rest of the lab tour.
Okay, so now this is the next wall, which is all of my shelving. It's just a lot. Like a lot. I'm just kind of even mesmerized by how much shelving do I have in storage. Okay, so I didn't explain it because some children and my neighbor started talking, so I started filming. But I'm making some compost with water and grass and his poop or droppings to see and water. I don't know. It's just weird to do it, okay? But most people and farmers do it to use it as a fertilizer because the ammonia reacts with bacteria in the grass and the poop, and also reacts with the nitrogen with the air and forms nitrates, calcium, sodium, and potassium nitrates. And I can extract potassium nitrate and never buy potassium nitrate from the store ever again. Just it started rotting, so that's not good. Did you see that white stuff that's like not rotting? I forgot, but basically rotting, okay? Yeah, that's I don't know why is it rotting. Like, did you see the wall in the background where I have the shelf which I have a microscope? Did you see that yellow box? That's actually really radioactive material. A big ball with lithium, a small ball with some sodium, which I made in a previous video, but that got deleted, and the Coca-Cola, because after bleaching it, it started to also rot. How does soda rot? I mean, has preservatives that gotten like changed or just stopped working because of really high acidity by chlorine and acid. But okay, let's just do. So here is a pot with a ball and some random stuff and some waste from making sodium chromate, which turned out really bad. So here I might be at the corner of the camera. I have a lot of glassware. Remember when I ordered the vacuum flask, 2932, like stuff like this giant 1 liter flask, like a 2 liter beaker. This is gonna be in the next video. Oh, oops. There are like how many flasks? 2 flasks missing because I'm using them. And I have did the distillations right now, but I don't have the condenser. As you can see, I have more stuff like this flask, some beakers, like 14 of them, funnels, bottles of these 40 milliliter vials, a mortar and pestles. There's gonna be another one. A little flask, which is made in Germany, Ilmabor or Ilmabor. I'm just trying to say it right, which means German accent. Ilmabor. I think that's how you say it in German. I don't actually know. Because, I don't know, I just found this flask. I'm not gonna tell you how, but I found it, okay? I'm allowed to keep it. Okay, so now all of this is distillation equipment. I mean, this is not, but some pipettes. Stuff like, yeah, I did distillations using the fractional column to fractionate some ethanol. I also used this condenser, which was bad because most of it didn't condense because it isn't water cooled. But don't worry, in the like fourth video, maybe fourth, maybe third video, I will use a proper condenser, I think, probably, right? But now I want to do a short path distillation, so this apparatus is this 100 milliliter flask, distillation head, vacuum adapter, another flask. I mean, they're connected like this. I can spin them freely because there's Teflon tape on every joint, because it's something that really is toxic, and this will be in a water bath. It boils at 180 degrees Celsius. So can you guess it in the comments? Actually, I don't know. Sometimes, most of the time, YouTube disables my comments. I don't know why, but you can guess. There will be a video soon about this. But I mean, I'm gonna distill 2 chemicals of it, and that's all. Let's say that the first chemical that I'm gonna distill first is gonna be distilled from a chemical that's found in a medication, like that. And then I will exchange the stopper of this thermometer adapter and put a thermometer and measure its boiling temperature. And the other, I'll just distill it without a thermometer because its boiling point or boiling temperature is really high. Also, that separatory funnel, I use this, and as you can see, I added a cork temporarily, so I can put it in a vacuum flask just like this and make chlorine, which I have done on this channel, but I will do it again and make some trichlorides. This, which is for a washing bottle, but this doesn't fit, so I'm gonna cut it down with that. Okay, 2 thermometers, the beautiful fractionating column, which is pretty beautiful, a pipette, some caps, then this cap, which is made out of which is made not out of Teflons, out of PBTB, and covered with silicone ring, PTFE covered. Yeah, Teflon covered, but still mostly Teflon, so it won't react with things like fuming nitric acid or bromine, and it costs a lot. So I hope it handles nitric acid, because if a good skin and this is not coated with Teflon, I'm gonna sue them. Okay, so here's some more stuff. A big funnel. This, which I bought when I didn't have a beaker, is borosilicate glass, so I can still use it. This big bottle for the wish bottle experiment. These old bottles that I got with the Il Marlboro flask that's broken, but still can use it. This, which I will use in a future video. My Stanley toolbox of tools. Oh, this is broken. My mini oven, my TV, the box of things, my wash bowl, which is from soap, dishwashing agent, just dish soap, if you're American. Some other stuff, some soldering iron, hot glue gun, electronics. Oh, and a Tesla coil. This should have been actually the first video, that Tesla coil. I think you don't see it very well, but I mean, I can look. Yeah, you don't see here up to there, but there's a Tesla coil, which is pretty cool. It was supposed to be the first video on this channel boxing it. And this channel was supposed to be Intelligent Lab, but it sounded weird, and I saw things like Doug's Lab, like Thigh Labs, like, and other things. So I made D Labs because the first letter of my name is D, so you can refer to me as D, but I won't tell my actual name. Then some old glassware in jars and a condenser that's like 1423, and this is like I don't know, but this is like 4 times larger. I'm not gonna use that condenser. The old white hot plate, some torches, just some equipment like a mantle or a spoon. I forgot how it's called. Now on the bottom got some more interesting stuff, which is this, which is an old Soviet Geiger counter, which actually these were used in bunkers over Lithuania and the Soviet Union, and also were used in the Chernobyl liquidation. This is the DP5B Geiger counter, and also the SMG, I think it's called, Geiger counter. As you can see, there's a thick metal plate made out of probably aluminum, if I can bet it. No, steel. Oh no, but there was the source here, but I removed that and put it in a proper case because it was leaking radiation, and I just broke off this. This is not good. This is, but it was broken, but I fixed it by changing the capacitor. I wanted to say something else, and I think also died. I don't remember. And here is the probe. Like this, you can detect beta and gamma. And like this, only strong gamma. So this is pretty cool. I mean, so yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so now let's move on to the last wall, which will be the full workbench, and it's just wonderful. I thought I would have a little table, but no, I have a giant workbench. So let's get to it. So this is my full-on workbench. So this is the main table. It was actually on this wall, and the background, I wanted to include a picture, but I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna do that, was on here. As you remember, it was, I think it looked not that good because it was just the wall. And now I have the table. I have a piece of railroad, a trash can, a socket. Here is the wiring. Don't worry, you already saw that. So this, which is some ethanol, which I distilled, which I used a desiccant for it, so it's probably like 96 to 98%, so it's pretty pure enough for the next video. Because the chemical dissolves in it. Jesus. Oh my. Sorry, but I think after all of these, I think you know what's my next video. Oh. But if you want to see that chemical synthesized from wood ash, then subscribe and watch my channel and click the bell so you get notifications on the next video. Also, just scale some filters, coffee filters. I cut out small filters from the big coffee filters, and the canister, which is used for like I forgot, but for some, I actually forgot for what was this, but for something, and I'm using it to store water in the lab because there's no drainage, but there is electricity. So that's good because my dad wanted to use an extension cord and just use this extension cord, but I forced him to literally dig a trench in the ground, and only then because the wire through it. Okay, it's all done. Okay, so we got a little black background, this whole white background, this little one, which is screwed to the table made out of plywood, and this is my table decoration. Actually, no, this is a vacuum filtration apparatus. I'm using it as a table decoration, and I already used it 2 times, so it's cool. As you can see, if I remove it from the 1 liter flask, it's 4D38 sized glassware, so it's pretty big. Also, this is made by Joan Lab, but like, I have a 1 liter flask that is really light, and this one just so heavy. Even without this, it's so heavy compared to that flask. It's like really heavy because it's really thick glass. Like literally, even I think Pyrex and other great companies in the US and Europe and most of the world don't make such thick glassware. Like, I mean, this most of the time stays, but this is like thick. You could drop it from like, I've seen like on Edward Science Innovations, he dropped it from like this height full of liquid, a liter flask, and didn't shatter from China. So Chinese equipment is not bad. So this is some crystals from the ash, the potash recrystallized, pretty dirty, but I think after like 3 recrystallizations, this is the second one, it will be pretty pure. Then these shapes, I made them by pouring liquid solder, tin solder. It's lead and tin in a mixture, 40% lead and 60% tin, inside an anthill. And I'm not kidding, I literally did that because I hate them, and I drowned them with water, and they're still alive, but there are big holes in the ground now. So I mean, I'm gonna just pour water. Maybe in the future I'm gonna probably, I don't know, how do you get rid of ants in a crazy way? And that actually works. Just what, pour diesel or gasoline or napalm into there and just light it up. I don't know. Okay, now this is my fume wood. I mean, still not ready, but I have got this piece of wood. Oh, I don't want to give myself a splinter, but it will be right here, right? Screwed in. This goes back here, and there will be one in the back because this is just thick, like paper pressed cardboard or something. I don't know, but it's like basically you can paint on this. So I will just put another layer of this plywood in here. Then a fan, which is crazy power. This is like, I can literally unwind it. Sorry, I mean, I can unwind the wire. I made it super long because it took a long while. So if I mess something up, the wire's really long, so I can just cut it, and I don't have any problems because this takes a long while to replace. So now let's turn it on. And as you can maybe hear, I don't know, maybe then you can hear, this is high power. This is like a hair dryer, maybe more power. This is like so refreshing. It's literally, I'm sweating in here, and outside it's like pretty cool. So this place is actually really insulated. Is my voice pretty weird? Like this? No. As you can see, pretty strong fan. So I'll stop doing something kind of weird for YouTube and put this back together. It will be installed right here, and we'll go to the wall outside. Also, this lamp, which is hermetic, so we'll remove this case and bolt it to here, or maybe even 2 of them, and change the wire to a longer one, feed it to here, have some sockets here, and have a wire that goes to here. Also, there's, as you can see, I'm gonna put up a background here, which goes to all big table, workbench, whatever. Oh, I'm kind of actually tired here. Okay, so here we've got some good stuff. Some Teflon tape. Oh, a sand bath. The lab stand that we unboxed. This stand that you saw in the Making Glacial Acidic Acid video, which got burned by glacial acetic acid. My new hot plate that we unboxed, 300 grams of copper sulfate, a water recirculator built out of Temu parts. I don't know, my mom really buys from Temu, so that's why I bought some equipment from there. Only the vacuum pump, the vacuum filtration setup was good. Everything else was kind of like a garbage. Remember I told you I will be distilling something, and it will be something extracted from some medication. I've got some medication here. It's in the shape of a heart. I don't know why. And I won't tell you what it is or what does it do because you will guess it in a few seconds. So no, it's a really common one. Some stuff there. Some tin and nickel. Let's close this side. And this side has the chemical symbols because this is my chemical cupboard or shelf, which is an old fuse box. A really old one, Soviet one. I have a lot of things from the Soviet Union. That bet, I'm not promoting it because Russia is attacking Ukraine now and they might attack us. So, okay, but I have a lot of stuff and I have repainted it and made a shelf. As you can see, some stickers here: flammable, dangerous chemical storage, corrosive 8, corrosive, and there are some chemicals. Oh, there's a here sticker there, behind there. And I mean, that's pretty much. Also, the balloons, the plan was to make high power laser, which I made, but it burned up, which is not good. But here are some balloons to celebrate 23 subscribers. So I wanted to pop them with a laser, but now I'm gonna have to do that with scissors. Let's do this. Balloons. Why are they hard to pop? If a high power laser would do them in seconds. Come on. Yeah, it's hard to pop them. But there we go. We celebrated 23 subscribers with a lab tour and a bunny and a little more. This took a while. This literally, I think that celebrating the new lab, which I did with some of the reaction. Remember this thunderstorm, chemical thunderstorm, where it made manganese dioxide in the middle and exploded a little bit. It was like doo 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 and light. So it's been a couple months. So that's how long it took to make videos and just completely dig out the lab for like future things. That's how it clung. Just like, wow, it's been like, I don't know, like 4 to 3 months. It's like, no, it's probably like 3 to 2, but it was really hard. There's this from the ceiling. Right, let's do a little. Like that, and let's blow it up. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of mess to clean up. Oh my god, my ears. Okay, so we celebrated with some balloons and a lab tour, and there's a lot more to come. So like always, don't forget like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!